are gonna drive this thing?
Oh, Ramsey, from the mouths of babes. Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of Wray's Garage, where today, this is part one of two. So part one, what I'm going to do is remove the bumper. So that will largely be, if you're here for the bumper removal, you just got to suffer through one video. If you're here for the third radiator install on a 987, specifically in this case a .2, then part two will follow fairly closely behind it. But I realize that you may have reasons to pull your bumper off above and beyond a center radiator install. For me, that could be the fact that I've whacked the piss out of a freezer and busted the front of mine. So while this is off, two other things could happen. I may wind up going through the process of maybe seeing if someone can repair it. Additionally, while I'm in here, I'm going to explore my ability to put in some mesh. So I bought some chicken wire, essentially, at Home Depot today, and my plan is to put some high temperature black wheel spray on there and maybe make some little cardboard templates and try that out while we have the bumper off too. So quite a few overlapping projects here that all tie into one. I did take some footage earlier today of the car with the coolant just to get the standard temperature so we can get a before and after impression. It looked like 210 or 210 was where it topped out, kind of running around town. So that'll be our benchmark for once this guy's on. We've got all the coolant levels replenished and we're testing again. Most of the fasteners involved in this process, so I'm going to take off these cowling pieces, trim pieces. We're going to remove the inner fenders. We're going to take off the side markers. They're going to be 10 mil socket, T25 and T35 bits. So it's not a terrible idea to get some kind of organization method for keeping your screws in order. I'm sure I will be not practicing what I'm preaching here. But first of all, let's take these trim pieces out here. These are largely tacked down by Velcro, which I don't know if you can see mine here. You probably can't see quite in, but most of it's kind of failing already. So I probably need to attach some new pieces to the trim piece when I put this back together and refresh those. So by removing these, what we've done is we revealed what look like T30s. Let's give them a try here. Yeah, a little bit larger than what we'll find in the wheel wells. So let's whip these off. There are two clips at either side that we will be releasing as well, and we also have to release the headlights. So let me find the toolkit, which you should also find in your car. Flip this down. Let's see, it is in here. Yeah, so in here is the little toolkit that lives in the front of this vehicle. Here's the, looks like some kind of hex, maybe a 6, but a long hex, and this is what you need to reach in behind here. So let me bring you around so you can see hopefully what I'm up to. Let's see, don't really want to pull it all the way down. Hopefully you can see this piece here. Pull that out, and this is our access point. So we're going to just slide the tool in until we feel it grab. Feel it grab here. Then I'm going to try and manipulate it forwards. It's starting to move. Move it again. Whoops. Swing and a mess. Well, let's see if we got it all. I don't think the mechanism is fully released, and I'll show you the mechanism once we're done to make it a little easier. But taking this tool out was not the wise move. There we go. Maybe. Come on, baby. All right, let's try the other side. You may even be able to see this a little better, but same plug unit. Okay. Alrighty. As you can see, the whole unit here detaches, and part of the release mechanism is actually releasing the connector, so you really have nothing to do. Here's the mechanism itself. So what's turning is this in here. So that's what clamps the unit in. So we are now absent eyeballs. Time to remove in the footwells down here so we can access behind, and then we'll go underneath, start undoing connectors and fasteners down there as well. Don't lose this guy. So I've set you up vertically here, so it may narrow your screen, but I'm thinking it'll give you a better look. So 1, 2, 3, 4 T25s, I want to say. And then up here, we have a T10. It might even be a plastic piece. I mean, a T10, 10 mil. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, just a little plastic washer-based locking fastener. And let's get this one out of the way. So what else is attached here? You know what? I'm going to check underneath. It's not impossible. We have some stuff connected under there. All right, so here to the underside. The reason I couldn't get those headliner or wheel liners out is because they're all interconnected. So under here, this piece right here is connected 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. So that's going to have to come out. There's more additional pieces on the underside of this bumper as you go around on the underside here. Maybe slightly different because I'm not sure all Boxsters and Caymans have these little black splitter looking affairs on them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all of these, and that should permit me to take out the wheel liners, which I've now freed up on this other side as well. And then when we come back out, we'll take off the side marker up there, and then there's an additional screw on each side in there, and then we should be pretty close to being loose. Oh, it's got a lip on it, so I want to be careful about which of these goes where, I think. So now, I'm going to take out the side marker. There's one more screw right in here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's right in here. Then we can remove the side clips, start pulling it off, and see what other connectors are in there. All right, so here's a cheeky one, or two things to deal with here. So one is, you can get the back side of this side marker here and just push in this little pressure fitting, just a little metal spring almost. Just gently tease it out. You see that okay? So on the back side there's just a little clip. So we'll take that off to free off the plug. And then just get on the other side. And that is now freed up. Pick. Can't do any job without them. I think we're going to need it again in a minute too for those clips. So I remember, hopefully you do too, this is another one of the lipped versions of these screws. Alright, so I'm not 100% that other side recorded. So in here is a clip that's going to slide this way. If you had a right angled pick, it would be even better, but I think I can do it with this one again. This is more of a 45 degree, but get in there to the gap, pull. So pull that, it's come out a little bit. Let's get some more on it. I'm going to use my hand, not the car, to wedge it. And we've got some more. Come on. And flim-flammed it into the car. All right, it's freeing up there. Make sure this is in a viable catching position. There goes the clip that I lost earlier. Okay. All right. I think we're gonna encounter some connectors here. This line here is taut, which is feeding into this light up here and is connected to the to a bracket here. So I'm gonna have to, I'm assuming that'll just pry off. There we go. So that's out there, that will go back in. That just a little spring clip or a expanding clip. So that gave us a lot more room. And we just need to unplug the light, pry tool in the hole until it kind of has a click or a crack like that, and then just kind of grab the connector and yank. There it comes. So pry this off and we should be free. Come on. There we go. Let's just make sure you're clearing the lines here. And then, like I said before, behind here, there's a little carrier for these cables that feed both the side marker and that light on in the bumper. Okay, that's free. Let's get that out of the way. And let's see if it slides away. Oh my, lucky load. Yes. All right, next up, we're gonna remove these guys. All right, it's just a little push piece of plastic on the back of these tabs that just needs to be released to go through the slot. So again, the pick tool will just close those down, push, push, and out we come. And that will conclude bumper removal. Part 2 will follow shortly, where we're going to go under here and figure out, probably need to remove this guy, just how much they expected this third radiator. It looks like all the mounting pieces are already here. For those interested in the bumper side of the equation, arrivederci. For the rest of you, see you on the next video. Thanks for checking in. Be memorable and be well. See ya.